Hi guys, my name is Matt Howard and I live in Alexandria, Virginia. I was in the U.S. Marine Corps for 20 years. I was a helicopter pilot and enjoyed it thoroughly. I have been a cyclist off and on for most of my life, but I've only done the triple once, and that was this year. This was this July. The motivation to do it came from my good buddy Sean, who happens to live in Evergreen, Colorado. Because I, 3 years ago, was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And when I was in the middle of chemo, Sean said, "Hey, man, we need to come up with some really big, hairy goal for you for when you're back on your feet." And at the time, I said, well, I'm not going to say what I said because it wouldn't be able to go out on air. But I basically told him in so many words that he was out of his mind. But he planted the seed. And sure enough, I started training. Over a year before the race started, just to get some base work done, and then started training in earnest for the ride and got it done, and it was absolutely amazing. And yeah, so there is some influence that the military played in my approach to this event, just because you get what you plan for, and you get what you train to. You don't get what you hope for. So at least I think the life as a pilot and the life as having to have at least a little bit of discipline to get things done served me really well, as far as establishing a goal. Okay, here's the mission, here's what we intend to do, and this is what we're going to need to get it done. So yeah, I think the military background was probably pretty helpful for that. My most memorable moment of the triple was summiting Loveland. Long story short is I went out to Colorado a month prior to doing this, to ride different pieces of the triple course, and I didn't make it up Loveland, and so that was a huge wake up call. I had a lot of training to do after that before the ride, which I got done, and so the day of actually cresting cresting Loveland and seeing those steps up on that to that little knoll, knowing that I was on the last little stretch of that climb, was the most memorable moment. There were so many memorable moments on that day, but that was probably the biggest one. Is there any advice I could offer to those thinking about doing this? Well, first of all, yeah, understand that you can do things that you think you cannot do, and that's a fact. And when you look at the triple, you look at the course, you look at the elevation, you look and you think there's no way. Most everybody said that before they ever thought of running a marathon. It's sort of the same thing. It's like, how the hell am I ever going to do that? But you can do it. You absolutely can do it. Just set your mind to it and train correctly. If you train correctly, that's job one. And job two, I would say, is on the day, don't forget to manage your hydration and your nutrition. You have got to eat and drink all day long. If you forget, it's probably not going to turn out well for you, no matter how good physical condition you're in. So train correctly, and then on the day, make sure you're eating and drinking and to help keep your spirits up, and it will be an amazing day. So sign up and do it. Thanks, everybody.